Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's broadcast of high school girls soccer on Golden Bears Sports Network. Got an NWOAL girls soccer game today for you. Bryan taking on Delta. Bryan 1-1 in league play. Delta 0-2 in league play, looking for their first league win of the season. One thing you'll notice about both of these teams, or about the comparison between these two teams, that is Bryan does have a much bigger lineup than Delta does. Much more deep lineup, rather, which may or may not play a factor as this game goes on. But we are underway here in the first half. This is Jesse Jaguar chasing down the ball, but now Bryan's got it back, and they've got a chance, or nearly had a chance. Still in the early going here. We're just about 20 seconds into play. And right now for Bryan, it's number 5, Bailey Krupp, sending it across midfield. Bryan trying to push, but good defense there by Delta. And they'll bring it back down the other way. This is Cassandra Lee down the sideline. Got a defender right in front of her, though. That's, I believe, Lacey Tinkle. And that's going to be cleared out by the Golden Bears. Bailey Krupp sends it over. Good defensive effort there by Delta, at least for the time being. That kick's going to go well beyond Jessica Mueller. I beg your pardon, that's number 11, Erica Borland. Ball goes out of bounds, and we'll have a throw-in for the Golden Bears. Put in play, and Arnold has a chance. Sends it up the field for Borland. That's kicked away from her, and it's going to be pulled in momentarily by Anna Munger. Delta's still with it for the moment. That was the best chance that Bryan had had up until this point to get the ball in the net. Didn't really get a shot off on that last possession. But here they come down the field again. That's going to be slowed down by the Panthers. Sent to the near side. That's Summer Bates trying to chase it down. As it kicked away from her momentarily by Audrey Zimmerman. And now back the other way comes Bryan.
Push.
Good job defensively there by number 22, Anna Munger. Alyssa DeWitt went back and forth between playing offense and defense there. Back to the far side of the field, and Cassie Lee. Loose ball. Does stay in bounds, though. That one went off the foot of Erica Borland. And Delta looking to push, but they're slowed down. Good defensive effort. That was, I believe, Lillian Schlade, number 9. And a chance here for the Bears, perhaps. A good defensive effort, though. A lot of white jerseys in front. This one sent out of bounds. Looks like this will be a throw-in for the Bears. And it will be. It's going to be Audrey Zimmerman to put it in play. And that's nearly cleared out. Kind of a soft kick that time. But it's Anna Munger who comes up with the ball. Chase from behind and sends it back across midfield to Cargill. Cargill trying to chase it down, and that ball went out of bounds before she could get to it. And here's Zimmerman to put it in play with the throw-in. Katie Poole sends it across midfield. Bryan's had a couple of possessions where it looked like they might have a chance to score. Shot too high, and that'll be a goal kick off the foot of Bailey Krupp. That was easily the best chance anyone's had to score so far today, but we are just about 4 minutes into play. No score here in the 5th minute. And it's going to be Anna Munger to send it in play. Panthers are coached by Paige Triana. Bears are coached by Carrie Wilhelm. I believe is on an interim basis. A coaching change was made mid-season. So for the time being, she is the head coach. It'll be Bailey Krupp to throw it in for the Bears. Gets it right to Alyssa DeWitt. Almost taken away. DeWitt trying to keep control. Back to the middle, and that was well defensed there. That might have been a push. I'm not sure. Kayla Kunar. Looked like she got pushed. But no call, they'll play on. Kayla Arnold with it. Sends it up the field. It's right to a Panther defender. Krupp with a shot, and that will be scooped up and saved by Courtney Helton, the keeper. Helton, the only goalie on Delta's roster in this game. Only got 2 subs available, Delta does. It would be 3, but Mariah Matamore, unfortunately, is out sick today. Grubb sends it up the field. That being, Groob rather, McKenna Groob. Number 4 for Bryan. Sent up field. Possible chance. It's taken away momentarily. Sent back outside the box. Well, nothing has come easy for either team so far. So far, Bryan's had a few more scoring chances, but this is going to be cleared well across midfield. But there's not a lot of Delta Panthers down there, and it's sent back across midfield the other way. And that one is going to go out of bounds. There were 2 players in the area, but it's going to be Bryan's throw-in. And she threw it in off the leg. Looked like off the leg of Jessie Giguere. And that's going to be chased down by the Panthers. And maybe that was nearly a handball, but it looked like the player inadvertently touched it with their hands, which, well, actually, that's not the rule. The rule is if the ball strikes the hand, it's not a handball. If the hand strikes the ball, it is a handball. 7th minute here in Bryan, and this is going to be scooped up rather easily by Megan Voigt. And she'll send it just across midfield. So far, only 2 shots on goal for the Bears. Delta, I don't believe, has a shot on goal. That last ball that Voigt scooped up, I think, just trickled towards her. Good job chasing it down on the far side by Cassandra Lee. But Delta hasn't really controlled the ball much on the Bryan side of the field. Bryan has been able to control it on Delta's side of the field. It looks like this is going to be a throw-in for the Panthers. Still a lot of soccer left to be played. We're just about 8 minutes in. No score here in Bryan. Fairly short throw-in goes to Lee. Sends it toward the box, and that's going to be scooped up rather easily by Voigt. He hasn't been too terribly busy today in net. That one went off the foot of Olivia Schneider. The Bears trying to control it, but it's taken away for the moment by Elena Mitchell. Both players exchange a few passes, and now it's Munger. Munger sends it to the box, and it'll be scooped up again. Well, just when I said that Bryan had been controlling the ball on the Delta side of the field more frequently, now Delta has gotten some pretty quality possessions. They have not gotten any points out of it. I don't think they really have a true shot on goal either. Sent up field by Krupp. That one will be chased down by Bates. Cross midfield to Cargill. She nearly had it taken away. That ball's going to go out of bounds and a throw in for the Bears. going to be Zimmerman to put it in play for Bryan. Good to put it in play now, and there's the throw. Just went off the foot of DeWitt. Sent to the far side, and there's Lee to chase it down for the Panthers. Lee pushing through traffic, sends it toward the box, and Grube able to clear it out of the box momentarily. Toward the box again, but a lot of Bryan defenders there that time. Lee looking for the shot, and that's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick for the Bears.
Nice try, Cass.
So Voigt will put it in play with no score, and we are in the 11th minute. Sent the other way by Mitchell, trying to chase it down, but a good job defensively to get there by Audrey Zimmerman. Here's Lee. Loose ball. And sent out of bounds will be Delta's throw-in. A short throw in to Jaguar. Lee sends it upfield. Jaguar with it. And that's going to be scooped up again by Voigt. This time Voigt will get it across midfield. Bryan had a couple of chances early on, but lately it's been Delta controlling the ball and getting it to the Bryan box. And that one looked like it struck the arm of Lillian Schlade, so no handball. Mitchell, bit of a run in there with Zimmerman. Minimal contact though, so play on. Back upfield comes Delilah Taylor. Taylor sends it upfield. Helton had to wait for that one to get to the box. Had to wait quite a while for it. But she'll send it near midfield. And Cargill goes down, and she's going to get a free kick here. Might have been Zimmerman who bumped into her. Should be an indirect kick. It did not look like hard contact. And a Munger will put it in play. Soft kick upfield. She'll get it back to her. And Munger had it deflected by Arnold. Shot on goal right at Megan Voigt. I think that's only the second true shot on goal of this game that Delta has taken. Sent back the other way, and Delta has continued to control the ball on Bryan's side of the field on a pretty consistent basis. The other way around early on in this game. That one's taken away momentarily by Schneider. Schneider upfield. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds by Katie Poole. And it will be Delta's throw-in. Cargill has it cleared out momentarily. And again, Delta continues to control the ball on Bryan's side of the field. Nearly cleared out. And sent backwards toward Anna Munger. And that ball is headed toward the sideline. It will go out of bounds, and it'll be Bryan's throw-in. And they'll play on. That nearly was a handball, but it was not called. Meanwhile, here's Alyssa DeWitt Got it just across midfield, but back the other way it goes. Lee down the sideline. That's going to stay in bounds until now. McKenna Grube sends it out of play, and it'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. 15th minute here in Bryan, no score between Delta and Bryan. Delta with the ball again. Toward the middle of the field. And can Bryan get a scoring threat going? They had a couple of them early on in this game. Arnold sends it down the field. But again, there waiting is Courtney Helton, but a chance, and that one goes off the foot of Erica Borland. She had a chance to get off a clean shot, but I don't think she struck it as well as she wanted to. Helton will put it in play. Cargill downfield. Well, goes the third shot on goal for Bryan in this game. Had a couple of chances to get on the board, but so far no score, and we are in the 17th minute. As that ball goes out of bounds, it's going to be a throw-in for Bryan. Katie Poole has it, and that one's deflected back across midfield, but Poole does a nice job staying with it. Cleared out of there by number 9, Cassandra Lee. Broom trying to clear it out. And meanwhile, here's Kayla Kunar coming downfield with it. Gets it back over to Lee. Taken away. Nice defensive play there, and I think that was Delilah Taylor.
Carrot.
Zimmerman sends it upfield, but Krupp's going to have a hard time getting to that one, and it's cleared out by Helton. And that's taken away by Taylor. No score, almost midway through the first half. And the ball keeps going back and forth as Zimmerman's going to chase it down. Sends it up across midfield.
Come on, fall through now.
That one goes a long way. Krupp trying to chase it down. Keeps it in play, back towards the middle.
Come on, purple.
Kind of softly cleared out there. Zimmerman with a chance. And that one went off of Cassandra Lee. And back on the other end, here's Allie Du Bois. Trying to get a shot off. Going to be tough to do. It's got a defender right on her. Shot. No. Saved by Helton. It will be a corner kick, though, for the Bears. And that'll be our first of the game.
They want to bother you. They want to bother you. You too.
It looks like it's going to be Bailey Krupp to take the kick. I believe the Bears have had 4 shots on goal in this game. Krupp sends it in play. Going for the header. Cleared out for the moment. Back toward the middle of the box, and that's cleared out again. Still alive. But Cargill able to get it out of the box. That ball's headed out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for the Bears, it looks like. Beg your pardon, I think it's actually a throw-in for the Panthers.
Oh, are they?
20 minutes to go. No score here in Bryan, and that's taken away momentarily by Kayla Arnold. And sent back across midfield. Lee back across midfield. Bryan able to get a couple of shots on goal their last few possessions, but still not a point to show for it. Somehow that one stayed in bounds. Jessie Jaguar looked like she was going to have a tough time keeping it in, but it does eventually go out, and will be Bryan's throw-in. Thought it would go out right away, but it didn't. Sent backwards to Zimmerman. That one's taken away by Mitchell. That goes out of bounds. And it looks like it'll just be a throw-in. Had it not been a throw-in, it might have been a handball on Jaguar. It was close. And now we get a whistle. And I'm not sure if there was a handball here, but either way, it's going to be a free kick for Bryan. It's going to be Audrey Zimmerman to take the kick. And she sends it in play.
There you go, baby. Follow it now.
Cargill runs into Zimmerman. They both go down, but they'll play on. Incidental contact, it would appear.
You gotta follow them.
It was taken away by Arnold. Sent toward the box, and that's going to be scooped up rather easily by Helton. Bears had a player chasing towards it. That was Shaylin Miley. But Helton got to it before she could get any semblance of a shot. And that ball crosses midfield before it goes out of bounds.
Come on, let's get a goal.
Rupp sends it across midfield, back the other way it goes. This is Arnold with it. Gets it back in traffic, upfield.
Go, Bay.
That goes out of bounds off of Krupp. And it's going to be Cassandra Lee to put it back in play. 23rd minute here in Bryan. No score between the Panthers of Delta and the Bears of Bryan. That one just stays in play, and it's going to be Zimmerman to chase it down. Both teams have had chances to score. If I'm not mistaken, it's 4 shots on goal for Bryan and 2 for Delta. Sent upfield again. Taylor chasing it down. Would not have had an easy shot from there, but she does force a throw-in. Beg your pardon, I think that might have been DeWitt who was over on that far side. Set in play for Arnold. Arnold trying to control it. That's out of bounds, and goal kick is the call. It was close, but the officials say that it was last touched by the Bears. Short kick. And that will go out of bounds for a throw-in. Still no score, as we now have less than 16 minutes to play in this first half. And this time it'll be Bryan's throw-in. Bryan over there trying to make the catch.
You got it, Purple.
She's out of play, so she's well within legal rights to do that. It's the players on the field who aren't allowed to touch the ball with their hands, except the goalie, of course, unless she's outside the box. Arnold sends it back to Krupp. Poole sends it upfield, but that's taken away momentarily. And Taylor will send it back to the middle. That was Mueller waiting for it. Miley trying to get away from the defender. Still in traffic. And it's going to be cleared out by the Panthers. Poole has it scooped up by Helton. It'll be the 5th shot on goal by the Bears tonight. They've had chances. Done a good job controlling the ball on the Delta side of the field, but not long ago it was Delta controlling the ball on Bryan's side of the field. And we could see that again here in just a matter of seconds. It's going to be Delta's throw-in. And Bryan trying to get it back across midfield. They do. Upfield for Miley. Miley with a chance. Up ahead of the defenders. Shot. She scores! Shaylin Miley.
Way to go, Shaylin!
And Bryan takes a 1-0 lead with 13:51 to go in this first half.
Come on now, Delta, keep it up!
A breakaway chance for Miley, and she took full advantage.
Come on now, Delta, keep it up here, you're okay.
Let's go.
Bears have one win in league play so far this year. They're 1-1 in league games. The one win coming against Wasion. The one loss coming against Archbold. Right now, Archbold sits in 2nd place in the Northwest Ohio Athletic League. And that one just goes past Kayla Arnold. Luckily, Jessica Mueller's there to recover. Jaguar sends it across the field. Lee gets it across midfield. Perhaps a chance here for Delta. And that one gets away from number 12, Summer Bates. Sent back across midfield, but there were a couple of white shirts in the area where that ball landed.
Come on, follow it! Yeah!
And back to the near side of the field for Krupp. Lee just able to catch up to that one. She's got it full stride down the sideline, but she's also got a couple of Bears defenders in front of her, and she lost her footing.
There you go.
That could have been a potential breakaway chance as Krupp got that loose ball, but she kicked it right to Elena Mitchell.
Stand in the middle there!
Now here's Arnold with the ball. Upfield.
Go!
And that one goes beyond Summer Bates. Tried to head it, but couldn't make contact with the ball. Taken away nearly. I think that was Samantha Marr. The ball goes out of bounds. It looks like it's going to be Bryan's throw-in. Back toward the middle of the field. Arnold sends it to the box. A chance, but scooped up. Shaylin Miley looking for her 2nd goal of the game, but Helton able to scoop it up. Got her 1st goal with about 13:51 to play. And right now it's going to be Bryan's throw-in on the far side of the field. In play to Arnold. And that one's going to go out of play, and a goal kick coming for Courtney Helton. 1-0 Bryan, as we are now in the 30th minute. Low line drive and goes off of Arnold. I beg your pardon, that's Taylor, Delilah Taylor. And that one came close. I think it might have gone off the hand of Kayla Arnold. They did not call the handball, though. Haven't seen many handball calls today. There have been some close ones. This ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Bryan.
Get up.
Upfield, Miley has it cleared out. Miley's already got one goal. Defender goes down, and that shot's going to be saved by Helton. It's definitely not an easy shot for Bailey Krupp. It's kind of a turnaround, no-look shot, which you don't often hear that term in soccer. But that's kind of what it was. Nine and a half to go in this first half. Cross midfield, but there was not a single Delta player where that ball was headed. Loose ball, kicked away. Arroyo Sierra trying to send it upfield. Long shot, that's going to go wide of the net. And we're going to have a goal kick here. A couple of subs will come in. Erica Borland in for Bryan. And Marissa Cargill is in for Delta. That could go fall just short of midfield. Chased down meanwhile by Krupp. Zimmerman across to the near side, to the middle rather. Good kick that time by Zimmerman. And it's returned again. Back and forth they go. This one is going to stay in bounds. Looked like it might go out. Zimmerman had a decision to make there, and she realized it was not going out. That one stays in play. Good job by Bates to keep it from going out. And this one will go out, right to where the crowd is. And Zimmerman will put it in play. Sent upfield by Mitchell. Kunar trying to chase it down. A good job defensively by Groove. Her pass taken away by Mitchell. 7.5 to play in half number one. Bates trying to keep it in play, but it's taken away by Groove. Jaguar. There was a crowd of Bears where that ball was kicked. Up ahead to Miley. She sends it upfield. But there's only Delta Panthers where that one is. The Bears do get it back, though. Across the field. Miley with a break, but it's scooped up by Helton. Well, Miley trying to have a multi-goal game here. She's already got one on the board. She's had a couple of chances, but a couple of passes that were beyond her reach. Helton ended up scooping up. Kunar trying to keep it in. Sends it out. 1-0 Bryan here in the 34th minute. Arnold trying to send it upfield. Gets away from a defender for the moment. That's sent back across midfield just momentarily. And the Bears have it back. Upfield, but a little bit long. And slipping over the ball was Marissa Cargill. And that one's kicked away from Miley. Taken away from Borland this time. Going back and forth right now. Shot on goal right at Helton. That was Jessica Mueller who took the shot. Did the best she could do to get off a good shot, but Mueller was right there. 5.5 to play. Bears leading 1-0. Cross midfield. Delilah Taylor. Gets it back to the middle for Borland. Stays in play for now and continues to stay in. And now goes out. Right to Audrey Zimmerman. Sends it to the middle for Arnold. Arnold in a crowd as it kicked away and cleared out back across midfield, but Grube is there for the Bears. She'll get it across midfield to Mueller. That's sent to the far side, and that may be going out of bounds, and it is. It's going to be Bryan's throw-in. They lead at 1-0. Late here in the first half, they've been controlling the ball on the Delta side of the field more frequently. It's been the case for most of the game. There was a block of time where Delta was controlling the ball on Bryan's side. Cleared out. And sent back to the middle. Zimmerman comes up with it. Up ahead to Zimmerman. Zimmerman had a defender right behind her, had to get that one away quick. Taken away briefly. Mueller to the box as it kicked away. Miley trying to keep it alive. And that one's going to go out of bounds. One nothing with less than 3 minutes to go. That's in the first half, by the way. Miley sends it to the middle, and that's going to be cleared out. But there's two Bryan Goldenberries where that ball lands. But sent back the other way, meanwhile, by Munger. Cook trying to take it away. Almost did. Munger keeping it alive for Delta. They got 2.5 minutes. They want to get a point on the board before the half. But right now it's Bryan who has it back. Arnold sends it upfield. Back to the middle. Arnold upfield. And that shot is in! A goal for Bailey Krupp!
Way to go! Way to go, Bay!
A 2-0 lead for the Golden Bears with 2:13 to go in the first. And Krupp just got that high enough to get it beyond the reach of Courtney Helton. And we'll have a brief substitution here as Alyssa DeWitt comes in to give Shalyn Miley a breather. Bryan pitching a shutout here in the first half. Hoping to keep it that way until halftime at least. Upfield, DeWitt sends it toward the net. That's going to be scooped up though by Helton. Angled kick. That goes off the foot of Bailey Krupp. And back across the field comes Kunar. Kunar methodically down the field, sends it up to the near side for Munger. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds and a corner kick. Audrey Zimmerman put it out of play. Zimmerman trying to chase it down, and she does. Zimmerman up the sideline. Gets it across midfield, sends it toward the middle. She's got DeWitt there, but a crowd of Panthers as well. Oh, nice job by Zimmerman. They're going to let him play on. Less than a minute to go. Last chance for Delta to try to get on the board, and this one will just roll out of play. Just half a minute left to go in this first half. Cleared to the far side. Still loose. And it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Bryan. And they may take as much time as they can with this throw-in. Don't take a whole lot of time, but the clock is about to run out. And Bryan will take a 2-0 lead into halftime. Well, a good start for the Golden Bears in this league play game. Delta came in 0-2 in league play. Bryan trying to keep them that way. If they win today, they'll go to 2-1 in league play. We'll take a break here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bears student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
It's been said a million times, there's nothing in the world more important than family. We understand that at Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Our entire staff is like family to us. They are some of the most caring, thoughtful, and dedicated people in our industry. In fact, our newest members are part of my family. When the time comes for your family to say goodbye, remember our family, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, in Bryan, Sherwood, West Unity, and Hamilton.
When Cameron's family came to us with a plea for help, we put our minds and our hearts into creating a solution. Selfless teamwork made the impossible possible. NSCC really is the heart of education.
Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of High School Girls Soccer here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Bryan leads it 2-0 at halftime over Delta. 2 goals in the first half came very late in the first half, with Shellen Miley getting the first goal of the night. That was with 13:51 left to go in the first half. And also Bailey Krupp put a goal on the board with 2:13 left in the first half. Those are the only goals of the game so far. And for most of the first half, Bryan was able to possess the ball on Delta's side of the field far more frequently than Delta was on Bryan's side of the field. Though there was a period of time where Delta seemed to control the possession very well. But most of the first half, it was Bryan who was controlling the possessions. And right now, they lead it 2-0 here at halftime. Another half of soccer left to play here in Bryan. We'll be back in just a matter of moments. You're watching Bryan High School Soccer on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
BMU high-speed internet is now cheaper than ever. Now just $30 a month, that's $100 a year in savings. Get it with BMU Extended Basic Cable for all your sports, movies, and reality shows. Plus local programming, including high school sports and community events. Not to mention a local help desk and support team for when you need them. Now for the fine print. We don't have any. No contracts or hidden fees. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net.
The hands-on training and education at Northwest State opens doors for good paying career opportunities with great local manufacturers. That helps me, my family, and my community.
One thing that hasn't changed here at Bryan Ford Lincoln is our commitment to service. It's in everything we do. It's in our mission statement. Our goal is simple: customers for life. Kick back in our newly renovated service lounge or business center. We pick up and deliver throughout the local area at no charge. So the next time you need service on your Ford or competitive make vehicle, come out and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln and see why we've earned Ford Motor Company's President's Award 7 times running.
There comes a time when every family is faced with the difficult choice of aftercare for a family companion. In the past, your choices were limited to burial or cremation. Now there's a better option, aquamation. It's a gentle, more responsible alternative that allows you to honor the loss of your companion without harming the environment. Aquamation is a simple process similar to Mother Nature's own that allows the family to retain more of their companion's remains. To find out more, call or stop by Creel Funeral Service today.
And welcome back, everyone, to this edition of High School Soccer on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Bryan leads 2-0 at halftime over Delta. Bryan trying to go to 2-1 in league play. They defeated Wauseon. That's their only league win of the season. Their only league loss was against Archbold. Archbold is the second highest ranked team in the NWOAL thus far. Well, Bryan had made a coaching change before the season. Matt Zerks was going to take the place of Megan Denoy, but a coaching change was made mid-season. Carrie Wilhelm is now the head coach. Meanwhile, the Panthers are coached by Paige Triana. And it's Bryan who leads at 2-0 at halftime. The goals coming from Shellen Miley and Bailey Krupp. Bryan had some chances early on in the game, had some early shots on goal, but were not able to take advantage of those. Got their first goal with about 14 minutes to go in the first half. We'll be set to start the second half here in just a moment. It's going to be Bryan to kick things off, and the teams will now shoot for opposite ends of the field. Looks like Alyssa DeWitt will put it in play for the Golden Bears.
Oh, back up here. That's fun.
Oh, yeah,
It is a sunny day indeed here in Bryan. Haven't quite gotten to that time of year where the sun sets a little bit earlier. It is that time of year where the sun sets a little bit later at this point. It's not quite, it's not summer break, although technically it is still summer on the calendar as far as time of year is concerned. Haven't reached September 20th or 21st. But right now it's Delta controlling the ball on the Bryan side. Kayla Kunar had it for just a moment. And she'll try to chase it down, and we might have a free kick here. Yeah, it looks like that's going to be the case as the ball's been placed just outside the box. And I believe that's Marissa Cargill taking the kick. And a low kick into the net. I beg your pardon, Jesse Jaguar. And we got a ball game.
Let's go! Come on, let's get it back.
Get it back, Purple.
So 57 seconds into the second half, it's a one-score game with Delta scoring on a free kick. And now Delta trying to control it again, trying to reverse the trend that was so predominant for most of the first half, where it was Bryan controlling the ball, mostly on Delta's side of the field. Back the other way come the Bears. And slipping and falling and drawing the whistle is Alyssa DeWitt. And it's going to be a free kick now for Bryan. This is going to be farther away. Good luck trying to get a shot off of this. Long way to the net and scooped up by Helton. Just a minute after Delta pulled within one, Bryan unable to respond. DeWitt has it. Sends it upfield. That's cleared out momentarily. This is Dariah Powell. That's taken away by Taylor. Taylor pushing downfield. Sends it across, and that's scooped up by Helton, and she goes down. Looked like inadvertent contact. It's going to be Helton to kick it away. Brooke Lamberson ran into her.
Gotta go to the ball.
Kicked away momentarily. Now we're trying to control it. And towards the middle of the field.
Go, Anna.
Unger has it taken away, and that's going to go out of bounds.
Way to go, Macy.
It's going to be Bryan's throw-in. And that goes off the foot of Taylor. And again, a chance to control it. Jaguar has it kicked away. And this is Arnold. It's kicked away from Mueller, but she gets it back. 2-1 the score in Bryan's favor. Delta scoring very early here in the second half on a free kick. Cargill trying to take it away. Delta works backwards. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Munger unable to save it.
Mark, Anna.
Sent in to DeWitt. And that one just is going to be whistled dead. Got a high kick called against, looks like it's on Taylor, Delilah Taylor. So we're going to get a free kick. Panthers probably won't be looking to score from this distance, but look to get it into the box and give themselves a chance. They're just one goal down. Elena Mitchell to put it in play. Toward the middle of the field. Lee chases down the ball. Now, the closest player to her was Cargill, who had worked almost all the way across the field, it looked like. Sent upfield. Right now, Delta working backwards, in some ways unintentionally. And that one is going to go out. Going to be a throw-in for Delta. It'll be 4:57. Long throw-in for Jaguar. And that's headed out of bounds by the Bears, so it'll be another throw-in for the Panthers. Zimmerman sends it upfield. That one's headed back by Schneider. And tripping and falling, one of the Bryan players, trying to see who the number was. I think it's Lamberson, Brooke Lamberson. Bears are going to get a free kick. It's going to be a long one, so they won't be looking to score right on the free kick. They'll try to get it closer to the box. And that one does go into the box, but it's going to be scooped up by Helton. A single Bryan player had a clean shot at that one. Lee trying to chase it down. And that'll be kicked out of bounds. And it looks like it'll be Bryan's throw-in. It will indeed, as Zimmerman gets set to put it in play. Zimmerman trying to get it back. Still a loose ball, though, and taken away by the Panthers. That was Marissa Cargill. And try as she might, Jaguar couldn't come up with a loose ball. Toward the box. And that's going to go out of bounds. Megan Voigt will take the goal kick for the Bears. They lead it 2-1. But Delta has scored here in the second half. Bryan has not. Up ahead to Kayla Arnold. Arnold with a defender trailing. Toward the far side of the field. And ball goes into the box. But a good defensive play there by number 21, Olivia Snyder. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick. We haven't had a lot of corner kicks today, really, for either team. But the Bears are going to get one here in the 48th minute. Into the box. Chasing it down is Mueller. A long way toward the net. Helton couldn't scoop it, but the second time she does. Helton had a chance to scoop that one up twice. She had Lamberson right in front of her when she went to scoop it initially. And Lamberson almost knocked it in. Taken away there by Maurer. Samantha Marr trying to get it upfield. Taken away, meanwhile, by Macy Tinkle. DeWitt sends it upfield. Taylor trying to chase it down. Taylor with a chance. A defender behind her, though, and kicks it away. Taylor trying to keep it alive. Upfield for Marr. Back to the middle of the field to number 19, Jess Mueller. Arnold trying to keep it away from the defender and cleared out of there. Bates upfield. Sends it to the far side. Upfield for Lamberson. Lamberson trying to chase it down. Out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bears. Arnold has it kicked away. Set back toward the middle. Arnold has it cleared out. That was Jess Jaguar. And sent backwards for Groove. A 2-1 lead for Bryan. They had 2 goals in the first half, but 1 goal for Delta here in the second. Pass goes upfield for Lee, trying to chase it down. Lee sends it out of play. And some subs will come in for both teams. Voigt to put it in play for the Bears. We're in the 51st minute. Jaguar up in the air. Jaguar downfield will take the shot, but that's wide.
Nice try, Jesse. Keep it up, Blake. Keep working.
Voigt will put it in play on the goal kick. Low line drive. And Jaguar took it away, but she had it taken away from her. I believe that was Mueller. She gets it across midfield. Up ahead goes the pass for Taylor. Taylor to the outside. Kind of stumbled as she took the shot, and that's wide of the net. Not sure if she just tripped over the grass or what happened. She had a chance, but just couldn't keep her footing. 52nd minute, Bryan with a 2-1 lead. Here's Arnold upfield. Arnold, short pass. DeWitt nearly had it cleared out. And now Lamberson will try to chase that ball down, and it'll stay in play. Miley toward the middle. That's cleared out. But it's headed out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bears. Couple of players battling for the ball there, and we're going to get a whistle. Going to be a free kick for Delta. I think they called an elbow against the Bears. There were several players in the area, but it's going to be Elena Mitchell to take the kick. Sends it a short way upfield. She knew she wasn't going to score off that kick. Schneider, upfield. Miley has it kicked away from her.
Whoa.
And Miley might have came close to tripping an opposing player. She was in the area. Not sure if she caused her to trip or not, but it's cleared out anyway. They'll play on. Back across midfield. Ball's going to go out of bounds. Well, it was almost saved. That was Cargill trying to chase it. I beg your pardon, Cassandra Lee. We've got 26 minutes to go here in this game, or in regulation at least. We could see overtime. Bryan got 2 goals in the first half. Delta has the lone goal in the second. Toward the middle. Off the foot of Poole. And here's Taylor chasing the ball down, and that's going to go out of bounds. Maher to throw it in. Up ahead, DeWitt can't chase it down. And that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Bryan's throw. Delilah Taylor to put it in play. Looks like it's going to be Miley to throw it in as she comes in on the substitution. Gets it in play. Close to being a handball. It might have just struck the arm of Mitchell. Arnold in a crowd. Toward the middle. That's going to go out of play, and it'll be a goal kick. Helton with the goal kick. And a short kick it is, up towards Snyder, Olivia Snyder. Up in the air and cleared out by the Panthers, but the Bears with it again. That's kicked away momentarily. Sent toward the middle for Arnold. Arnold nearly has it kicked away, and now it is going to be cleared out. But Arnold stays with it. Upfield, cleared out, still a chance. And there's a lot of players around that ball. It's going to be awful hard to get a shot off where that ball was. And for the moment, it's taken away by Munger. Munger trying to work her way upfield. As a defender with her stride for stride. And Munger all the way toward the box. I believe that's Miley staying with her stride for stride. And a potential chance to tie. The ball's cleared out for the time being. Delta was looking for the game-tying goal there, but Arnold will send it to the near side. And this is Miley with the ball. She's got a goal under her belt already today. And back upfield comes Summer Bates, has it kicked away, but right back to Mara. We're in the 48th minute here in Bryan. 2-1, Bryan leads Delta. That's going to be kicked out of bounds. And the Panthers will throw it in. It's going to be Cassandra Lee to put it in play for Delta. Short throw in, right to Munger. Pushing upfield, meanwhile, is Kunar. Bears trying to clear it out. Kunar still with it. And Cook, Poole sends it back the other way. But a good job by Kunar sticking with it. And Poole just barely gets it across midfield. Mitchell up the field. Munger back to the outside. Back to Munger, trying to get control of it. It's cleared out momentarily. Shot is saved. A nice stab by Megan Voigt. She just kept it from going in. That was a small crease. When that shot was taken, and Voigt just kept it out. But here's Munger to take the corner kick. A chance at it for the Panthers, and it's cleared out. Panthers were looking for a chance to tie. Upfield, but there's a bunch of white jerseys around where that ball goes. Trying to get it to the far side for Borland. Borland sends it backward. This is Mueller with the ball. Cargill trying to go upfield and kicks it a long way. Grube will send it upfield, and that's going to almost head it out of bounds. It looked like it was going to, but Grube was there to keep it from doing so. This is Jaguar with the ball on the far side. Delta trying to tie the game, a 2-1 score. Bryan crowd wants a call for a handball, but it looked like the ball just inadvertently deflected off of Lee's left hand. And we'll have a throw-in for the Panthers. This is the 61st minute here in Bryan. 2-1. Much closer than that. It's 2-1, not 6-1 in Bryan's favor. A shot on goal, scooped up by Voigt. The shot taken by Marr. And here's Miley. Gets it away from the defender, Kunar. But Kunar will chase it down and keeps it in play. But sent back the other way by Macy Tinkle. Loose ball, Miley comes up with it. But the pass a little bit behind Arnold. Arnold able to catch up, though. As Krupp tries to chase it down, she does. Keeps it in play for the time being. Krupp with a shot, and that's wide. Helton, for a brief moment, thought about going for the save, but as the ball got closer, she realized it was headed out. And it's back in play. Arnold with it. And a defender right behind her. And that's taken away by Kunar. Bryan trying to control. And Kunar takes it away from Arnold. A chance to get it right back for the Bears, but it's still in Delta's possession. Lee up the field. A bunch of defenders had their backs turned. Lee with a chance. The shot is going to be scooped up by Voigt.
Let's go, Purple!
It remains 2-1 as Delta's had a number of chances to try and tie this game. They got on the board on a free kick. And that's going to be a handball. Or is it? Might be saying that she was pushed from behind. And it's going to be a free kick for Elena Mitchell. 17 minutes left to go in regulation. Could we have overtime here in Bryan? Bryan trying to get their second league win of the season. Good defensive job there by Taylor. Taylor trying to take it away. Arnold sends it upfield. Taylor with it. Toward the middle. I think some of the Bryan players wanted a foul call, and now it looks like we're going to get one on Bryan. It's going to go on Kayla Arnold. She ran right into a Delta player. I think that was Schneider who she ran into. To the near side for Marr. Marr with a defender on her, stride for stride. That's cleared out. Headed toward the sideline though. Kunar keeps it in. Long kick upfield. Yeah, it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Delta's throw-in. Here's Mitchell with the ball. Just gets it across midfield. Delta's had a number of chances here in the second half.
Good job.
Only scored once. Good job on the takeaway by Zimmerman. Zimmerman pushing down the field. Zimmerman toward the middle. And good defense there by the Panthers, but Zimmerman's going to get it back. Mueller upfield for Arnold, and that's cleared out of there. Saved momentarily by Marr. And that ball will go out of bounds. Just beyond Marr. And Bryan's throw in. And that's going to go out. Going to get a push. A push from behind on Kunar. And McKenna Grube will put it in play for the Bears. Sends it a long way. Back across midfield. And this is Taylor with it. And that pass goes toward a couple of Delta Panthers. Here's Munger. Nearly had it taken away. Munger along the sideline, and they're going to say that ball went out of bounds, it looks like. It's going to be a throw-in for Bryan.
Go Purple all the way.
Not sure the ball actually did go all the way out. I believe if it's touching the line, it's still in play. Soccer is one of those sports, if I'm not mistaken, where if the ball's on the line, it's still in play. There are other sports where that's not the case. It's just football and basketball. But in other sports like volleyball, baseball, and if I'm not mistaken, soccer, on the line is still in play. But that was Bryan's throw-in, and right now, I don't think Delta's all too worried about that. They're still in this game. Pass up the field for Miley. But it's going to be cleared out. Delta's had a number of chances to score here in the second half. They got their lone goal on a free kick. That's going to go out of bounds. Lee will throw it in. Sent backwards. Here's Mitchell up the field for Jaguar. Jaguar to the far side. And that's going to be sent out of bounds, or is it? Zimmerman trying to save it, but we're going to get a corner kick for the Panthers. Well, the Panthers got their lone goal of the second half on a free kick. They'll try to set up a potential game-tying goal with this corner kick. I have actually seen corner kicks that have gone into the net right off the kick. Sent in play. Couple players in front of the net, knocked up in the air and on the top of the net. And that was last touched by Voigt, so we're going to have another corner kick. So Voigt gets the save, but it's essentially an extra possession for the Panthers. You take the save over giving up the goal, but you hate to give teams extra chances. Headed around and cleared out.
Good job, good job.
Miley sends it upfield. Taylor pushing upfield. Delilah Taylor with a couple of defenders around, and that's kicked away. Daria Powell with a good defensive play that time. 11 minutes to go in regulation. Player trips, they'll play on. To the sideline. Groob sends it upfield. And here's Munger. Munger pushing upfield at a defender with her. Kicked around a couple of times. Munger still with it. And that one's kicked away again. And another corner kick coming up for the Panthers. This is going to be Munger taking the free kick. 10 minutes to go. And that's going to be saved by Voigt. Ball still loose. And they're going to give that to Bryan. Miley to put it in play. This is Kunar. Sends it out of play. And that'll be Bryan's throw-in again. We're in the 71st minute here in Bryan. Arnold has a fender right with her. Cleared out. And back the other way comes Munger. Sends it back across the field. This is Jaguar upfield. Still with it. Kicked away. Good defense there. I think that was Groob. And here she comes down. No, it was Zimmerman. But right back to Delta. Munger with a defender right behind her. She's able to keep it away from her. 9 minutes to go in regulation. Kicked away by Zimmerman. They'll let him play on. Upfield. Groob trying to chase it down. She's got it. Still in play. Back to the middle of the field. Arnold is there. Arnold trying to keep it away from the defender. Long shot, and Helton is there for the save. Bryan trying to pad their lead there. They're up 3-1. Here's Taylor with it. There was a lot of Delta Panthers where that ball was kicked, as that one goes off the foot of Arroyo Sierra. Paulina Arroyo Sierra, number 2 for Delta. But perhaps a chance here for Delta as they're pushing it down the field. This is Jaguar. 2-1 the score. Zimmerman able to clear it out. She gets it back. Munger sends it to the near side to Cassandra Lee. Lee with a defender on her. And it's cleared out. Bryan trying to keep Delta from putting a second goal on the board. And that one went off the foot of Taylor. She wasn't looking for it. With 7 minutes to go, Delta gets the ball back. Down by 1, looking for the game-tying goal. Lee up the field. Sends it toward the middle to Munger. Ball ricochets a couple of times. Munger trying to chase it down. Had a defender right there, though. And it's eventually going to be scooped up by Voigt. Keeps it at 2-1 in Bryan's favor. That ricocheted off the foot of Taylor. And it's taken away, meanwhile, by Kunar. Jaguar down the field, but defenders surrounding her. Back the other way comes Crook. And that's taken away by the Panthers. Munger sends it back to Kunar. And that's going to be scooped up by Voigt. It's the 75th minute here in Bryan as Bryan tries to hold off Delta. Taylor sends it upfield, and that's going to be scooped up by Helton. For some reason, somebody from the stands yelled air ball. That's a whole nother sport we're talking about there. And that ball's going to go out of bounds. And it'll be Bryan's throw-in. A quick stoppage in play, and I think it's just to let some subs come in, as both teams will send in some subs. Taylor to put it in play. She gets it in to Mueller. Defenders all around for Delta. And it's cleared out. It's going to be tough to get off a shot, as a goal here would not necessarily put the nail in the coffin, but it would make things difficult on Delta. They'd have to be in hurry-up mode trying to get down the field and score. Shot on goal too high. I think that was Arnold who took that shot. And she nearly made it a 2-score game. Short kick by Helton. Just a 1-score game. And that ball headed out of bounds. Nope, stays in. This is Jaguar with the ball. Jessie Jaguar upfield, has defenders in front. Back to Jaguar. She'll take the shot, and Voigt with the save. Sends it back across midfield. Voigt's been extra busy here in the second half. Arnold trying to push. Send it back to the far side for Taylor. Taylor, long kick. perhaps a chance here, but that's going to be cleared out instead. Munger able to clear it out for Delta. 3.5 to go. She keeps her team in this game. 2-1 Bryan. Mueller sends it upfield. Arnold. The shot, that was deflected. Still a chance for Miley, and it's scooped up. Heck of a play there by Courtney Helton. She put herself on the line there. As Miley was going for not necessarily a kill shot, but trying to make it a 2-score game and make things difficult on Delta. But it's still a 1-score game inside 3 minutes to play. That pass sent a long way. Maurer trying to chase it down. And that's out of play. And who's it out on? Looks like they're saying a corner kick. And I think that's Cargill, who comes up a little bit gimpy. She had a couple of defenders with her rather. So not so much a surprise, but it looks like she's going to stick this out.
Heads up.
Coming up on 2 minutes to play in regulation. Delta trying to tie the game. Here's the corner. And that might be going back out of play again. Instead of a corner, Krupp able to send it out of bounds. It'll force a throw in. But still a chance for Bryan. Chance for Delta, rather. And the ball goes past Munger. It's cleared out of there by the Bears, and Arnold sends it to the near side. Pass up ahead for Arnold. 1.5 minutes to go. Arnold upfield. Still with it, with a defender right behind her, and she sends it to the far side. Toward the net, on top of the net. A little bit lower, and it's a 2-score game, but unfortunately, kicked it a little bit too high. Helton to the far side. And the ball goes out of bounds.
1 minute left to play in the game.
And did we get a tripping call? Delta claiming that it should be their throw-in. And, well, the referee is, the two referees look like they're going to get together with each other and discuss what's going on here. Looked like the referee was signaling a free kick. And nope, it's going to be Delta's throw-in, it looks like. Kicked upfield. We're inside the final minute of play. Still a 1-score game.
Let's go, Elena.
Can Bryan hold the lead for the last 40 seconds? Upfield. Snyder trying to control it. Last 30 seconds ticking away. That ball headed toward the sideline. Stays in bounds. And Zimmerman sends it off the foot of the Delta Panther. And the clock winding down. Zimmerman can take her time. And now puts it in play. 10 seconds to go.
8.
Headed out of the box.
7. 6. 5.
And cleared toward the sideline.
3, 2.
That's going to be it. Bryan wins this one 2-1 over Delta. Kind of a tale of two halves here at Bryan. More on that in just a moment here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Keeping children safe on Ohio school buses is a priority for the Ohio State Highway Patrol. This is Lieutenant Bob Aschenfelder of the Defiance Post. Safety on the roadway is a shared responsibility. Even though motorists are required to stop as a safety measure, children should always look both ways before crossing the street and remain alert to any sudden traffic changes. Together, we can make this a safe school year.
For over 40 years, Bryan, Ohio has been home to the only import vehicle repair specialist in Northwest Ohio, Suburban Auto. Whether it's an Asian or European vehicle, Suburban has the knowledge and experience to keep your import or domestic car running strong. Do you have a hybrid vehicle that's acting up? Suburban is your one-stop hybrid repair shop. Don't be fooled by the one-size-fits-all repair shops. There is no substitute for experience. Come see the import repair pros, Suburban Auto.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Last year, over 390 people in Ohio were killed because someone chose to get behind the wheel impaired. This is Lieutenant Bob Ashenfelder of the Ohio State Highway Patrol's Defiance Post. As part of the patrol's ongoing effort to contribute to a safer Ohio, troopers will continue an increased focus on impaired driving arrests in 2018. But we can't fight this battle on our own. We need your commitment to plan ahead by designating a sober driver or call for a ride. If you drink, don't drive.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Welcome back, everybody, to this edition of Girls Soccer here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Bryan wins it 2-1. They improve to 2-1 in league play. Delta falls to 0-3 in league play. We'll look at the final statistics for you. Shellen Miley scored the first goal of the game with 13:51 left to go in the first half. And then it was Bailey Krupp scoring with 2:13 to go in the first half. Jess Jaguar scored on a free kick just 57 seconds into the second half to make it 2-1, but that was the last goal of the game. Bryan held on for the rest of regulation to post a 2-1 victory. Now, in the first half, it was Bryan controlling the ball mostly on the Delta side of the field, but in the second half, it was kind of even. Both teams were able to get some good quality possessions on either side of the field, had some scoring chances, but only the one goal took place in the second half for Delta, and that was not enough for Delta to get the win. Bryan closes it out. Well, we've got more high school sports action for you tomorrow night here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Bryan High School football will be playing their first league game of the season. That's on the road against Swanton. That'll be on at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Bryan will try to go to 3-1 in the season. They'll also try to go to 1-0 in league play. The Bryan girls soccer team is 2-1 in league play after the victory tonight. And that's going to do it here from Bryan High School. Thanks to all of our sponsors and also to the athletic department at Bryan High School, Luke Ruffer and Teresa Kuzmal and all the staff. For everyone at Bryan Municipal Utilities, I'm Thad Goff saying so long. You've been watching high school soccer on the Golden Bear Sports Network.